Hello everyone, this is Jim, and for this week's little WIMA video, I'd like to go over how you can use the goal seek in your Module 7 travel project assignment, and also a little bit with doing the pivot table. So a couple of things I just wanted to go ahead and cover. So I did kind of a partial table here on my Excel worksheet, and the first thing I want to do, I want to use goal seek to determine how I can change the amount due from one value to the next in this situation. So maybe I want to change this down to $2,000 for the amount due, or maybe even $1,000. Now, what do I need to do with the down payment to actually make that happen? So the goal seek is kind of a nice option that allows you to go ahead and just make that manipulation on actually doing it yourself, and Excel will kind of plug in the number you need to get down to that goal number. So the way to do this is you're going to click on the value that you want to have changed based on what your goal is. And over in the data tools area in the what if analysis, we've got the goal seek tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on goal seek. And now you can see the little dialog box is showing my cell E2 that I had selected. So I want to go ahead now and type in the value that I want to have that go down to or be changed to in this case. So let's say I wanted to get my amount due down to $1,000, so I'm going to type that in as my value, 1,000. And now the other piece of information I need to add in here is like what cell do I want to change to actually get down to that 1,000 value from amount due. So it makes sense here, since I'm talking about down payment and my trip costs, similar to what you're doing this week, that I would be changing my down payment amount. So I'm going to be typing in then my cell reference for that, or you can actually click on here if you wanted to, D2. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And when I do that, I will see now that goal seek has come up with the solution that I got to change my down payment to $9,000 to get down to my amount due of $1,000. So my target value, current value is now $1,000. So goal seek is simply a way where Excel will basically automate the process of going through and changing a value to get you to your goal value that you want, and nothing more. So certainly you could have done this manually by playing around with the numbers based on the formulas you have in your worksheet, but goal seek kind of helps to automate that process a little bit. So that's just one method of doing that in this situation. Now the other thing that we need to do is actually go ahead and create a pivot table. Pivot table is a way to kind of look at information a little bit differently from what you've got actually in your rows and columns of information on your worksheet. So what you're going to do is you're going to click up in the upper left-hand corner of the range that you've got your information in. So you might have a number of columns, number of rows, etc. So just click in the upper leftmost column or cell. In this case, I'm clicking in B1. And then I'm going to click on the Insert tab. And from here, I'm going to go to Pivot Table. And now Excel is basically making an assumption of what my range is I want to make for a pivot table. And this is indeed my range I want to use. You can modify this if you want to at this juncture. And also down here, it's asking, do you want to put this in a new worksheet or existing worksheet? So I'm going to go ahead and put in a new worksheet, just like you have to do in your assignment for this week. I will go ahead and hit OK. I now get my pivot table set up, basically created for myself, and over here I can put in the actual fields I want to add to the report. So the fields are basically the columns that you've got set up in that range of information. So I'm going to list off all four of these. And now you can see over here in the left, I've got my actual information has been inputted. And it's gone ahead and it's done some things for me. It's went ahead and put in some grand totals for me on each column. The other thing it's done over here is put in some filters. And so I can filter based on who I want to maybe see in a situation. I can do some ascending sort, descending sort, etc. I can unselect somebody if I want to, so I'm only seeing a few different people. So there's a lot of different things you can work with as you work with the pivot table once you get it established in your Excel worksheet. So again, inserting a pivot table, it's a way to kind of just manipulate the information a little bit differently. It's not going to change the information, but again, just allows you to kind of work with it in a little different fashion. If you have any questions this week, please contact me. Also watch the other video that's in the course for this week. And I think you'll be off and running and doing very well with this assignment. Contact me with any questions, and hope you have a good week. Thank you.